South Africa, 60%, 30%, and they've got some bad things going on in South Africa. You know, we're paying them billions of dollars, and we cut the funding because a lot of bad things are happening in South Africa. The fake news ought to be looking at it. They don't want to report it. Brazil, 10%, 10%. Bangladesh is 74%. So you see what's going on. Pakistan, 58%.
The new tariff regime arising from the decision by the United States of America, which have been directed not only to South Africa, but to the entire world, necessitate strategic responses to maintain and grow our industrial base as a crucial avenue to pursue inclusive growth. In response to the U.S. government's imposition of tariffs, South Africa will continue to navigate the challenges and opportunities these measures present with resilience and innovation.
Trading platform. Of course, we're cognizant of the posture that the United States has taken with regards to reciprocal trade arrangements, and I think that is going to have to be factored into our discussions. African trade ministers are meeting in the DRC later this month, and I think this would be part of the topics that would be engaging on with regards to how we respond to the reality of AGOA.
Etc. So it's basically part of President Trump's economic manifesto that he was elected upon, about America first, about bringing jobs, bringing investment, bringing companies into the U.S. I think there's a philosophy of bringing even U.S. companies back to the U.S. I think it's based on the domestic economic manifesto, but it's going to be a very painful blow if it's implemented. I don't think any car manufacturer can compete with, as Michael has said, a 30 plus 25%, a 55% tariff hike. How would you compete? I don't think our citrus farmers in the Western Cape can compete with a 30% tariff hike. Our clothing factories in Cape Town will struggle. So I think it's going to be a very...
Trade and industrial policy. South Africa is committed to ensuring economic growth, industrial development, and the well-being of its citizens. South Africa intends to negotiate favorable agreements. South Africa will work to secure opportunities in context of rapid withdrawal of favorable arrangements, giving our exports preferential access to the United States of America. This might involve securing additional exemptions and favorable quota agreements, ensuring our industries maintain critical access to the U.S. market, including through sectoral cooperation. This aligns with the national interest of promoting economic prosperity and safeguarding the livelihoods of South Africans.
Well, in relation to AGOA, I think I should say that we will be engaging with the U.S. at the AGOA Forum later this year. It was intended to be in Africa. It's now in the U.S. We'll be going back to engage with the U.S. at the AGOA Forum, and the idea is that we would continue to argue that AGOA is an important trading platform. Of course,
culture on our relationship with the U.S. for the past few years. I think even under the Biden administration, there was difficulties on a geopolitical front. I think also on a trade front and so on. I think it's gotten a bit more of a different flavor under the new administration. But look, the tariffs that have been applied right now or been announced today, it's across the world, it's all countries. It's not because of the irritation or the non-irritation with us. It applies to Lesotho at a much higher rate. It applies to Madagascar, to Cambodia, to Britain, to Canada, to Australia, etc. So
it's trading partners.
In the face of unrelenting economic warfare, the United States can no longer continue with a policy of unilateral economic surrender. We cannot pay the deficits of Canada, Mexico, and so many other countries. We used to do it. We can't do it anymore.
I don't think that we should take a posture about retaliatory approaches. I think we should take a posture that continues to engage with the U.S., that continues to engage with trade partners about how we develop a way forward going forward. The entire global trading environment has been changed by the announcements yesterday. We are all going to have to assimilate what it implies for global trade, for the trade rules, for the World Trade Organization, and begin to develop responses that take the world forward, that take us forward. We have the
difficult thing. We had gone to the US last week. We meant to have gone in February. As organized labor, business, colleagues in government, to try to see what is the appetite for resetting the relationship between colleagues in the US, in government, in Congress, business, labor. What is the conditions they want, and so on. We were